We have John Good, a pioneer, a local boy. So you are the risk taker, the embracing adventure, getting out the comfort zone kind of a guy. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit more.
Yes, hello, I am John. I'm over in Hamworthy. I live on a new housing estate, and so Ali Bolton helped to put me there. She's very passionate about that thing. And I'm also very passionate about the water, and I'm asking questions about what does it mean if God doesn't just live on the water, but what if he is transforming people in and around the water?
Cool. Are you ready?
I was born ready.
Of course you were, John. On your marks. Get set, go.
I love this band, OK Go. Anybody else heard of OK Go? Yes, there's a few of us out there. Hold on.
You were ready.
The guys at the back weren't ready. I was born ready. Were you guys born ready? It's all good. Hey, there they are. It's the second one. I'll jump in there. This one's called Needing Getting, this song. And these guys modified a car with paddles and instruments, and they drove it at perfect speed through an entire track in the desert so that the paddles hit barrels and hundreds of pianos that they'd set up so that the car was actually the instrument and played the song. My friend and I spent an evening on the couch not long ago just flicking through all their music videos from OK Go and asking ourselves, how can we, the church, find this level of creativity, particularly when we talk about plants and projects? Because we've got a few challenges, don't we? We've got less and less of that, we've got less and less of these, and we've got less and less of those. I actually think that this is an amazing moment in the life of the church, and especially the Baptist church. I'm a pioneer minister in Poole, and I've been there since 2018. And when I moved, there were 6 Baptist churches there. Now, only 4 years later, there are 3, and I am the only serving accredited minister still in the area. And I don't have a congregation or a church building. So my question as a pioneer is this: how are we going to develop new ministries to reflect Christ in the new world that we are always moving into? Well, what if we don't have to create them or imagine them? What if we could find them? What if good ideas for new ways of being church don't always have to be generated from within? Instead, could they crop up from without? When I was a teenager, my room was chaos. There was music and skateboarding pictures everywhere. That's not my room, that's someone else's room. I used to lie on my bed doing that thing that you do when you stick a thumb out and you close one eye and you line up your thumb with an important piece on one of the pictures. And I had so many pictures up that I could see all these different combinations between them. I would cross them over, so they made new pictures. I could get a skateboarder to be grinding across the top of Kurt Cobain's white sunglasses, or someone be leaping out from Liam Gallagher's mouth. The reason that I mention this is because this is what it's like to find a brand new idea. There are old ideas and new ideas everywhere. But if you can find 2 or more things to fit, perfectly together, the chances are that not that many people have done that before. God does it in the Bible time and time again. He remixes his own plans. Look at the passage in Isaiah 40, the voice of one calling, in the wilderness, prepare the way for the Lord. Initially, that is for a bunch of people who need to hear that the glory of the Lord will be revealed, though they've been displaced. But then it was taken literally by the mysterious people called the Essenes, who physically took it into the desert and lived in order to prepare a new way of life for the Jews. And then, as you know, it was disclosed again by John the Baptist for the grand revealing of the Messiah. Jesus samples the same song but remixes it for the context of the kingdom of God and worshipping in spirit and truth. Who would come up with that combination of ideas that riffs off a single message or tune? It's about wonder and surprise at the creativity that God is unleashing in the world. But when time, money, and people are running out, we can rig the system against wonder and surprise. We can sabotage the hard work of spotting potential relationships between ideas. Scarcity in our churches does a few things. We can make decisions for the short term and not the long. We can act impulsively. We can lose fluid intelligence, and perhaps most importantly, we can begin to take less risks. And we end up relying on tried and tested ideas for church. And even our pioneers do this. The thing is, there are tons and tons of new ideas which could yet be every bit as reliable as what we have already. It's just that we don't yet know that they are reliable. So what we've done and what we could do more is to identify places where there could be a load of these untapped ideas, a ball pit, and prayerfully gamble our resources on getting people in that ball pit and playing. You see, it's only in the ball pit where we might begin to discover the ideas which are not only surprising, but surprisingly reliable. New housing, blood donation, the metaverse, classic cars, green business, cleaning. My own ball pond is water sports and the sharing economy. We started a borrowing and sharing enterprise called the Water Sports Library, a normal library except not for books, for water sports equipment, which uses gear that people have to create a community inventory that others can borrow from. I'm throwing balls around all over the place here. We've tried a monthly sup club. We've got retreats. We're using contemplation. We want to do a paddle adventure and overnight sleep out, because it's only once you create the chaos of ideas like the posters I had in my room that you can then stick your thumb up and see brand new relationships and connections that no one has seen before. And I call that listening to God. Churches, regional teams, and the Baptist Union, would you be prepared to send more people into more ball ponds so that together we can find brand new, reliable ideas for church and kingdom into the future? Thank you.
Would we be prepared to send more people into more ball pools? How are we going to develop new ministries to reflect Christ in the new world in which we are moving towards?